Houston, we have a
Oh,
problem.
Doug.
Houston, we have a problem.
Oh, Doug.
Houston, we have a problem.
Oh, Doug.
Houston, we have a problem.
Oh, Doug.
Houston, we have a
Oh, Doug.
problem. Houston, we have a problem.
Oh, Doug.
Houston, we have a problem.
Yeah, yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome into Groundhog Day, February 2nd, 2024. How many of us saw our shadow today? And how many went out and looked for our shadow today? And we have one out of 10. So what's that, 10%? 1 for 10? Um, somebody's got YouTube running. I'm hearing an echo. I believe that would be Rich.
Turn up. Didn't catch fire.
At least you had sunlight, right?
It was cloudy off and on.
It was cloudy all day here today. Um, we had to run over to Walmart, and we were going to exchange some gifts from Christmas that were too big, and we just decided get our money back. We'll just buy them at a later time. It would have been too much of a hassle to do that today. So we did not do that. Went to 2 different fish stores to buy fish, and we ended up getting fish at PetSmart, which I didn't think I'd ever go back to, but I gave them a chance because Petco just refuses to wait on people because, I don't know, bunch of kids. I really don't
Did
know.
you lose some fish a while back or something?
Yeah, my tank needed to be, I need to get more fish in there. But I was down to 2. They look pretty lonely.
What's the
Engrish.
life? What's the lifespan of the kind of fish that you have in your aquariums?
Oh, if you take care of them, you can get about 1 to 3 years out of them. If you forget about them, like somebody did, Mrs. K, I already talked to her about it. She said she'll never let it happen again. It's about 3 months. If you don't feed the fish, fish will die. Um, Ironically enough, we had just came from dinner and we had fish and fries for dinner. A little bit of southern humor there. No, Chris. Yes. It may show that I'm online. I'm not online. If I don't answer it immediately or you see that I've read it, I'm not online. It may look like I'm online, but I'm not. I had 5 messages from Alex. I did see yours and a couple from I believe Greg as well. So speaking of Greg, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but if I put a comment in there that this is a test, everybody that followed me is going to be one number off the number they think they are. In other words, you were not first, my friend. You were second. You were first among. Oh, here we go. Oh, I hurt his feelings.
Oh my God.
Anyway, let's go through chat real quick. Greg says, in all capital letters, first, I did it again. I'll give you credit for first, because I guess technically being the host, I don't count. I had to run something to see if the scroll thing was going to work. I have made some changes, and I wanted to make sure everything was lined up. Darren Gilholm was second. Says, hi. Ken, John Aloy Sr. was third. Congratulations to Greg on being first. Sin Vicious says, first impressions last. Boy, is that not... Boy, those are some very fine, wise words there. Speaking of first impressions, I love Bill Murray in the background. Groundhog Day. Good movie. Greg said he's done cleaning the carpet for tonight.
I can go.
Greg, you'll probably be cleaning the carpet later. It's just we plan an intervention. I don't know if we've told you yet or not. PH Ringer says, congratulations to Greg. Oh, he's going to do it on Saturday. No, you can't do it on Saturday. You have to participate in the live Windows training debacle of what music am I playing in the background on 5 different tracks.
I watched it finally.
I actually went and scrubbed through it today while he was live talking about it because I wanted to find Leonard Skinner. I could not. Now, I happen to have some in-fried. I have in-fried information. Oh, Lord, this is going to be a short stream. Oh, my gosh. Maybe I better go back to 9 o'clock. This is terrible. I happen to have some inside information, and I do believe that will be discussed tomorrow. Great guy says, B.A. Gringer, thanks. So what do I win for first place? Well, nothing. Working on that. I'm thinking about going back to the...
mean. You guys are being mean to me.
No, I just ran out of things to give away. Matthew Kemp says, hello, everyone. Says, good evening. Did LWTDB, Live Windows Training Doug Bed, set up a live stream to have a trailer with the Beatles singing Roll Over Beethoven? That's pretty cool into a live stream. Good choice of song. I would go with the ELO, Electric Light Orchestra version, if I were going to do that. But no, he had Killer Queen running on a left track and a right track and starting in at 2 different times, the best I could tell. Not an audio professional, just what I'm pretty sure that's what I heard. Yes, he did get a copyright violation. I do want to revert later on back to what he showed us today. Me and Mrs. K got a pretty good joke out of that. Mrs. K did not watch, Doug. We talked about it when we were out in the world today.
I have an
Alex Cheat. Go ahead, Chris.
I have an Alex Cheat question. What does the music track have to do with Windows?
Alex just texted me, by the way. You can ask him when he gets here. He said he's running a little late, but he will be here. Skiman says hello to Rick. Rick Lake says hello to Skiman. I missed Rick coming in. There he is at 9:53. Says hello to everybody. Long Dog says hello, Skiman. Looks like Ken's intros are getting better. Thanks. My intros have been the same for about 3 months as well. I just kind of moved some things around and changed the pictures. Maybe it's not Groundhog Day. Maybe it's let's watch the whole video day today or something. I don't know. Chit chat going back and forth. Went outside. Yeah, I actually went out and we actually, right after I did the recorded and edited and uploaded the thing that played at 6 tonight, we actually went out. The plan was we were going to go to Walmart, we were going to go visit my mom, we were going to go to the fish store, and then we were going to come home, she's going to cook dinner. That never even came close to happening. Walmart, dinner, 2 fish stores. Just things never go as you plan them to go. I do have a solution to a week from tonight, or tomorrow, tonight. tomorrow. Today's Friday. Well, that's it. Good night. See everybody tomorrow. How's the water for the fish tank coming out right of your faucet? Do you need anything to do? Fish approved. I don't do anything to the water. I let it set overnight. It dissipates a little bit of the chemicals and whatnot that's in there. At least that's what I tell myself. I pour it directly into the tank. I don't put chemicals in my water. A lot of people swear up and down by you have to do a water test and you have to add this chemical and that chemical. I kind of look at it like this. If you look out in nature, you see a lake. You don't see somebody out there testing the water to see what the chemical levels are on anything. They rain refills it and it's good to go. That's just a miniature lake that's sitting behind me. That's how I look at it. Occasionally I'll clean it when it gets kind of gunky and funky and needs to be cleaned. But other than that, I feed the fish, I add water. I guess you could say I'm not
doing adjusting the pH or something.
pH levels primarily, yeah. Nitrite, nitrates, and pH. And every time you buy fish, they're like, if these fish die within 14 days, bring us a sample of your water, and if the levels are fine, then we will give you the fish back. What they don't realize are people that are, I don't know, say a quarter of a way intelligent, take the water the fish came in and save it because that's their water. And if you take their water back and it tests bad, then their water at the fish store is bad. So it's real easy to do, by the way. You take a cup or a jar or whatever, and you put a net, pour the water through the net, the fish get caught in the net, you put the fish in the tank, and you have your water sample to take to the store should your fish die. So far, I've not had one come up bad. I have taken fish back before. Daddy J says hello, waving the three hands. In nature, river water runs over. River does run over. River. Agreed. Lake. Is there movement of water in a lake? Lake probably. A lake probably has a dam. A lake probably has a spillover at the dam. And there probably is a little bit of water movement over the dam. A pond? No. Maybe that's why ponds get stagnant. I don't know. I'm all caught up with chat. Chris, we can barely hear you. How far away are you, Joshy, from your microphone?
I'm like I am every night.
Really? You sound further away tonight. Or maybe my ear things aren't working right.
Your Zoom wasn't working, Chris.
He's farther away.
My Zoom is not updating.
I know what your problem is. You got to get off of Windows 7. I'm sorry.
It's not Windows 7.
No, that's Long Dog that's using Windows 7, but I don't know if he connects to the internet with that or not. I know he's got Windows 7 and he uses it for a few things, but I don't know if he's connecting to the internet as well or not. I did watch Josh Kinder's unboxing. Apparently he's probably live streaming right now. I have not checked. I know he was going to live stream tonight. I didn't watch all of the unboxing. I watched it to the point where he was getting ready to move a bunch of movies around and then we had to leave. So hopefully all went well with him. Yeah, I connect to the internet with Windows 7 primarily for YouTube, but I really don't do a whole lot of that I'm selective about. Okay. From what I hear, you really shouldn't connect to the internet with Windows 7, but again, not a professional and just going off what I've heard and, been told. And of course, my Windows machine is running right next to me, running smoothly. Well, of course it is, Alex. You don't have the issues that we have. Oh, wait, that was Long Dog. My bad. Sorry.
I have Windows XP.
Do you really have XP running on a machine?
I actually do, but I don't get online.
Daddy J says hello. Is at work? He's just sending his support. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. He should show up there. There we go. Wow, watching from work. That's pretty cool. I was told I had competition tonight. I was told during my 6 o'clock premiere that I was in direct competition with somebody with something to do with something. Peppers, I believe. I'm sure Long Dog will
Johnny
bring me up.
Scoville?
The name
Is that
sounds
Long Dog's
familiar.
guy?
Yeah. I believe that's what it was. XP is very difficult to go online when you have to find specific browser. And last time I looked, there was only a couple that I'm aware of XP. I put XP on a couple virtual machines just to see what it was like. I really don't get why people get bent out of shape on operating systems, one version over another one.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Yeah, exactly, Greg. That's about how I
Can
look
you
at it.
ever use XP?
I used it on a virtual machine, Chris. I
Every
did put.
time they upgrade, it pisses you off.
I don't get too pissed off per se. I kind of want to wait until all the kinks get worked out and then maybe move. I did not go to Windows 10 until the day after Windows 7 ran out of support. Then I went to Windows 10. I'm not overly cautious. I'm not underly cautious, but I don't want to I don't want to connect with the possibility of something happening. So it was time to go to 10. It's probably going to be the same thing when I go to Windows whatever.
Yeah, on 10.
What did you use before 7?
I honestly don't remember, Chris. I want to say my recollection of when I started keeping up with that things of that nature, I want to say my recollection was Windows 7 was the furthest back I go with remembrance of that. So Bobby Warren joins us over on the Zoom. Sean Gallagher, if you're not running Windows 11, you're still in the 80s. Well, I guess I'm stuck in the 80s because I'm running Windows 10. So wait a minute. I thought Sean Gallagher at one time didn't like Windows 11.
Yeah.
Did I recall that?
Yeah.
Speaking of Sean, I did try to watch Carrie's videos about Sean's stuff today. I apologize, Sean. I couldn't do it. I just could not do it. I tried to watch them both.
Yeah. Lone Dog, I was happy to get away from XP. XP.
Be right back. I got to get water, plus I smell something burning.
They was never stable for me. I would have to reinstall it from scratch after all of the crap started going wrong with it.
Some computers it did.
Mileage may vary. Excuse me, Chris. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
Some computers it did pretty good.
I had HP with Windows XP Media Center. Media Center was a slight variation on Pro.
Yeah, professional.
But I just never had good luck with it. I mean, I never had any problems reinstalling it, but it was just something I had to do about once a year.
Well, my compact, the first one computer I had was Windows 98, and I had to reload a lot on that. But I think it was actually something in the compact that would crash.
I got a question for you, Jeff. When you were using XP, how much RAM did you have?
8, I think.
8. Wow.
I'd have to check. I've got the machine in a box someplace yet. It doesn't work, but I could.
Yeah, I've been there.
I could open it up and count the RAM sticks, I guess. If it wasn't 8, it was 4, but 4 seems a little small to me.
I had 2 for XP.
8 sounds like a lot for XP.
It might. I'd have to look.
Sure.
It may have been 4, Chris. It's been a long time since I ran that. For 10, I put that on my old desktop, and I upgraded on the last official day to get Windows 10 for free as an upgrade. Now, we all know that Microsoft let that occur later anyway. But Yeah, actually, it was 4 gigabytes. I'm going to say because I had the 32-bit operating system and it wouldn't use more than 4 anyway.
I thought
So
32 gig capped out at 8. Or yeah, I thought the 32 systems didn't they cap at 8 or did they cap at 4? Was it 4? Okay.
4,
Ski
yeah.
Man or no Ski Man? Henry
I'm
Nelson
sorry.
says, "Is there good Windows?" Well, I guess. I
That
mean,
compact I had, there was something called Batweb. It would connect to check for the updates with compact, and it was always crashing. It was like illegal operation has occurred.
Sean Gallagher joins us over on Zoom. Hello, Sean.
Oh, yeah,
Hello.
It wouldn't even load the desktop. It just get to a like it's loading the desktop.
I'll
But the
probably get a
icon-
violation for Leonard Skinner because Sean and Chris were talking at the same time, and it sounded just like Freebird. Go ahead, Sean.
I hated Windows 11 at first, but now I like it. It's
Okay.
running on all 8 of my machines. I have
You
one
running a
computer
TV
for
station
everything
out
that
there
I
or
do.
what?
Huh?
Yeah, 8 computers now.
Just to run one thing. One's for YouTube, one's for editing, one's for games, one's for Word documents, one's for, yeah.
Okay.
But I only have 2 custom built PCs. The other are Dell 30 Optiplex 3060s, which are 8th gen
Right.
processors.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, I
used
know.
to when
I'm in the. I want to get me a machine built strictly for editing, nothing else. It'll probably be overkill, but that's all it's going to do.
When you
But
say
rest
editing, you mean like
DaVinci.
video editing.
DaVinci.
Yeah, DaVinci.
Yeah, I'm
DaVinci.
still doing that for you, Ken.
It'll have an operating system on it. It'll have DaVinci Resolve on it, and nothing else. And hopefully by then I'll have everything relatively organized and labeled and won't have any problems.
I'm working on it, Ken.
No worries, Sean. I did not get up to watch the first premiere this morning. The 11 o'clock start time was picked by Ghetto Kinder last night when I was setting it up at about 5:50 this morning, right before I went to pick up Mrs. K. I think he wants to learn a little bit about premieres, and I did want to watch it because I wanted to see if the ad, or not the ad, what's that thing called, Bill, that you put in the corner that you walked me through? The card. I wanted to see how that worked out. And if I like it and if I can kind of work it into the stream, then I might do that. I don't know if I can do it in a live stream or not. I think you'd almost have to time your live streams out to go. And if you look right here and have that card show up, and I think every one of us know I'm not near that talented. I might be able to do it on a recorded video, and that's a very, very, very thin mic. So, but I do have plans to experiment with it and see if I can make that work. Jim, it is good to see Jim in chat. He says there are some really old farts in this chat. Speak for yourself. Greg, I'm 39. I'll have you know. Yes, Greg went into the military moments after birth. Did the Navy stint, did the Army stint, and he retired at 39. Good to see Jim.
Farts are around. I can't hold a fart that long.
Really? Old, I was a child prodigy, says Henry Nelson. Good to see Henry back in chat. The address for Zoom is there. If you want to join us, shoot me an email. I'll get you the creds. We'll get you up here on the panel, and hopefully you come back. We have a so-called almost maybe new member, Jeff Pearl. Is not new. Jeff, would you like to identify yourself with your old name?
Yeah, it was Skiman 21632.
There you go.
Yeah.
Jeff is actually Skiman 21632. Jeff is on the scroll. But I did not spell out your last name because you said you wanted Jeff P on there, so that's what I put.
Yep.
By the way, I think I spelled P wrong. It's P-double-E. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Love it when people play along with the joke. Now, I just put Jeff in the capital letter P. I didn't know if you wanted Pearl on there or not, but I'm going to guess maybe I can change it since you're showing your name over Zoom. Anyone keeping up with the Braden and Kavanaugh issue? He's now been actually told by YouTube's legal department that he must blur and take things out of his live video or they're going to remove it. It's a pretty interesting little saga to follow along. He had about a minute 15 long thing today, and he actually showed the letter, the email from YouTube. If it's legit, I don't know. I don't know one way or the other. I didn't get the email. Hope to never get the email, as a matter of fact. Here's the math problem for you, real quick. Anyone, how many days were there in January?
31.
1.
If I missed a day of live streaming, how many live streams would I have done?
30.
Correct. According to YouTube Studio, I did 32 live streams in the month of January. That is both according to YouTube Studio's weekly recap that I get and me going in and counting the live streams. Now, I haven't gone to the point of opening it back up and actually figuring out. I figured the very worst case scenario, it should be 31. There's no way in hell it can be 32 unless I did 2 live streams one day and just spaced that I did an extra live stream. I don't recall doing 2 live streams in one day last month, but I'm not going to rule it out yet either. I did do, there's my notes from this morning. The top one is the YouTube Studio recap. The bottom was me actually going in and counting them. You'll notice it says 14 videos on the top and the bottom says 10 videos and it says -4. There are actually 14 video uploads in the month of January. YouTube doesn't see 4 of them in the studio for some reason when I go in there and I query it for the month of January. Doesn't see the 4 when I query it for the year 2024. So I have to figure out as to why that is.
So your analytics are they, you know?
The analytics are, well, these analytics are actually accurate because you can't screw these up, with the exception of 32 live streams in a month. One a day, 31 days, has got to be 31, can't be 32. The other analytics, as far as watch time, as far as viewers, as far as all that, that's never going to be the same, ever.
Didn't your debacle that started and ended on the same day?
The 12 hours, see, I thought about that as well. The 12 hours was actually, party 5, oh, Andy, what are we going to do? The 12 hours actually started on, Skiman's going to leave now, by the way, on December 31st, 9 o'clock at night. So technically that was December 31st, not a January 1st. But I thought maybe because it ran over into the 1st, maybe YouTube is actually recognizing that as being a video on the 1st. At which case, again, it would be 31, not 32. For right now, my common sense approach of looking at this, I cannot figure out how I got 32 unless I did an extra live stream. And I don't recall doing that. But I'll have it figured out. Either Wintermute will research it or Matthew Camp will research it, which, by the way, he was the original one that did research. Or I'll research it. Somebody will figure this out for me. When you look at chat. English. Gonna start speaking a foreign language.
Yeah, but your analytics, they seem to change after a
for views and watch time, they do actually seem to change within a 24-hour period. For example, I got it somewhere. Last night's analytics showed, it's on one of these screens somewhere. I want to say 27 people watched it while I was live. Great numbers. I'm happy with that. The analytics then later showed it was, I want to say 24 or 25. It was a couple less. I could see it going up. It would make sense if I'm streaming right now. Right now it says 17 people are watching. If I stop the stream right now, it should show 17 people were watching. Then when I check 24 hours from now, that number should at least be 17. It should not go down. That's the perplexing to me point. If 17 people are watching now, how do I lose views 24 hours from now? I get that it should go up, and it should go up. People hopefully do watch me later today, tomorrow, the next day, or whatever. I hope. Oh my gosh, look, with 1 minute to go before the live stream ends, you know who, from you know where, who never has problems and has the best internet speed in the world, decides to grace us with a picture of his avatar.
That deserves to be put in the waiting room. We don't want to see his avatar.
And apparently his soundbar is not working again because we cannot hear him.
No, I'm unmute. I'm here. I can hear you.
Okay, Sean, you have a answer for you in chat if you're watching the stream from Rick Lakes. BH Ringer drops us a link for Canadian YouTuber Matthias Wandel. Wandel? W-A-N. Would that be Wandel? Got hacked this week and he was able to recover his account, and I will watch that later. Thank you, BH, and it's good to see BH in chat. Did my yes, Henry, the 31st actually went from 9 p.m. December 31st into 9:05 a.m. on January 1st. Yes, it did.
So most of it was on the first.
The bulk, yeah. 9 hours of it were on the first. There goes the live stream. I didn't verify. Uh-oh. I'll have to go watch this again. You know what? I might not have changed this. I thought I put you in there. You're in Maryland, right, Jeff?
Yes.
I'll have to watch it again in a second because I might not have changed that. I changed it, in DaVinci Resolve. It's been changed. It's just such a struggle to get everything. You can add a name and then everything's off. It's either off, up, and down like this. It's just it's a mess.
My name's not there.
My name. Who's my name?
Sam.
Really? Fine. I just put everybody's name in there. We'll have an hour and a half long scroll of the people that watch the Zoom. Seriously, Sam, it's not on there?
Yeah.
Do you prefer One Fish 26 or do you prefer Sam?
Sam H. New York is fine.
Oh, Sam's getting picky. He wants me to put New York. Okay. Sam H. Gotcha. It will be there tomorrow. So going to go back. Henry Nelson says, in big letters. I do have one that is done in big letters, capital letters. And that one is this
Houston,
one, right?
We have a problem.
Not there.
Houston,
not there.
we have a problem.
That one is this one right here. Now, they're not super big letters because if I go with super big letters, some of these names will actually go off the screen and it's just a pain in the neck. And I've yet to figure out, can I do individual sizes for it? And the answer, probably I can. This is a preset in DaVinci called a scroll text. You just put them in there and it automatically scrolls. Nothing special there. I know how to create a scroll. I have created a good night. You want to join us on Zoom? There it is right there. K-Zoom Z00M. I'd love to have you on here and love to get you on at least the after. Very Star Wars. We did a Star Wars thing in DaVinci. I believe Sam got involved in that. William got involved in that. I was working on it. I think Wintermute got involved in that, and he actually figured out to get the horizontal actual scroll worlds. Star Wars, that's it. Good night. See you guys tomorrow. I know. Jesus criminy. What language does this guy speak? I've been listening to my wife
Did you
too
ever
long.
get it so it would lay over and get smaller as it went through the screen?
Like the Star Wars, yeah. We
Oh,
we actually accomplished it. It's a pain to do, but we actually accomplished it. If I missed your name, calling out the people that were here, I'm sorry. I want to thank everyone of the Zoom homies: William, Rich, Jeff, Sin, Jeff, Alex, Ghetto, who showed up late. Jesus, you guys get together and say, okay, let's join with time. Sean Gallagher, and of course, watch this. I'm going to wake Greg up.
No way.
I see. I told you I woke Greg up. Good night, everybody.